hangs heavy on the wind, like it's seen too much to pretend. The pain is gone, the nails are bare, but something steady lingers there. I've walked through days I can't explain, through dust and loss and quiet pain, yet something never let me fall, a whisper rising through it all. It's not a light that shines so bright, it's barely more than fading light, but in the darkest hours I find it's all I need to keep in mind. This is my rusted faith I hold, bent but never growing cold. Weather through the storm and time, still somehow it feels like mine. Rusted faith don't let me fall, even when I lose it all. You're the reason I still stand with broken strength in empty hands. Fields are cracked beneath the sun, where nothing moves yet life's begun, and hidden roots beneath the ground, where hope is quiet, not loud sound. I've seen the world both cruel and kind, leave pieces scattered in my mind, but through it all I still believe there's more than what the eyes perceive. The strongest things I've ever known were built from what was overthrown, and every break I thought would end somehow began again. This is my rusted faith I hold, bent but never growing cold. Weather through the storm and time, still somehow it feels like mine. Rusted faith don't let me fall, even when I lose it all. You're the reason I still stand with broken strength in empty hands. The evening settles on the land, with shadows stretching hand in hand. The sky turns copper then to black, but still I never turn back, because the broken things I see are what have carried me. Maybe strength is not in steel, but in the wounds that never heal, and still we choose to rise again. Through everything we've been, falls behind. The wind moves slow across the plain, and I believe again. Through the night, no city glow, no guiding light, just tire marks and fading dust, and broken pieces left from trust. The wind sings low across the fields, like something time refuses to heal. But I keep driving through the dark with nothing but a steady heart. No destination calling out, no voice of certainty or doubt, just miles that stretch into the unknown, and a feeling I'm not alone. This is my hollow road hymn, played on steel and broken wind, a song that rises from within every time I start again. Hollow road hymn, I sing it slow, where only restless spirits go, and every note the silence sends becomes a place where I can mend. Stand silent, weathered, worn, like memories the years have torn. The river hums a distant tune beneath the fading crescent moon. I've learned that nothing stays the same, not joy, not loss, not even pain. And everything I leave behind becomes a shadow in my mind. The night reveals what daylight hides, the truth that lingers deep inside. And in the stillness I can hear the sound of losing fear. This is my hollow road hymn, played on steel and broken wind, a song that rises from within every time I start again. Hollow road hymn, I sing it slow, where only restless spirits go, and every note the silence sends becomes a place where I can mend. The dawn will break without a sound, no celebration gathered round, just light that slowly fills the air and proves that hope is always there. Not loud, not bold, not carved in stone, but something felt when you're alone. A quiet strength that doesn't show, but helps you through the undertow. Even hollow roads can lead to everything a soul might need, not by force or perfect plan, but by simply where you stand. But I'm still on my way, and though it feels like nothing's near, I find myself still here. Hollow road hymn. beneath my feet, of every loss I had to meet. It rises when the wind runs low, like it remembers what I know. I came from roads that broke my name, from quiet towns that looked the same. But something in the open sky kept telling me to learn to try. No past can change what I've become, no silence makes me come undone. I hear the echoes call my name, but they don't sound the same. I'm a dust-born echo in the wind, still breaking every rule within. I fade, I fall, I rise again, and start the road back up again. Dust-born echo, loud and free, carried by what's left of me. Even when the world feels cold, I'm still a story being told. Return my sound like memories that circle round. The river hums a broken tune beneath the fading silver moon. I've lost more things than I can count, but still I find a way to mount. Another mile, another fight, another turn into the night. The wind don't care who I used to be, it only cares if I am free. And every step I choose to take is every chain I break. I'm a dust-born echo in the wind, still breaking every rule within. I fade, I fall, I rise again, and start the road back up again. Dust-born echo, loud and free, carried by what's left of me. Even when the world feels cold, I'm still a story being told. Burns across the land like fire spilling through my hands. It doesn't ask what I have lost, it only shows me what it costs to stay the same, to stand still here, to live inside my fear. So I keep moving step by step, with everything I haven't left. Even echoes learn to grow beyond the places that they know, and every sound that fades away becomes a strength I carry today. Long, I turn it into song. The dust settles slow and wide, and I am still inside. mist is thick, the air is thin, and I can feel the end begin. Every sound I used to know has turned to echoes, moving slow. And all that's left beneath the sky is one more mile I can't deny. There's no more maps, no more signs, just fading lines and broken time. And everything I tried to hold turns into something uncontrolled. This is my final mile of dust, where even hope begins to rust. No turning back, no turning free, just what remains of what is me. Final mile, don't let me fall. I've lost and gained it all, and now I walk this fading thread between the living and the dead. The wind is quiet, sharp and cold, like every truth I've never told. It cuts through every thought I had, both the good and all the bad. The river's gone, the sky is low, and still I feel the urge to go, even when there's nowhere left but silence and what's left. The past is close enough to touch, but doesn't matter much, because the only road I see is what is left of me. This is my final mile of dust, where even hope begins to rust. No turning back, no turning free, just what remains of what is me. Final mile, don't let me fall. I've lost and gained it all, and now I walk this fading thread between the living and the dead. And breaks in fading gold, like every story left untold. And in that final burning light, I see the shape of endless night. Maybe endings aren't the end, just where the road begins again. And every step I thought was last is still shaped by the past. And everything I was becomes a fading shadow in the wind that starts the journey once again. Final mile, I understand. It was never in my hands, just dust and time and open sky. And one more reason why the road goes dark, the wind goes still, and I climb the final hill. Slow across the lane, Dust rising where I stand. No walls, no chains, no crowd around. Just quiet breaking on the ground. I lift my eyes to fading stars, still glowing faint and far. And something in the morning air feels like a whispered prayer. I don't need a crowded room to find the truth that feels like truth. The sky above is all I need to understand what's inside me. This is my open sky prayer, carried by the morning air. No words written, no altar stone, just a heart that stands alone. Open sky prayer, I send it high, where the wind can testify. And in the vastness I can see something greater carrying me. The river moves without a sound, but it knows its way around. Through every rock and every bend, it keeps on going till the end. I follow lines it leaves behind, like echoes in my mind, and learn that faith is not control, but trust in what you cannot know. The world can rush, the world can break, but still there's time to breathe and take a moment where the noise dissolves and something deeper calls. This is my open sky prayer, carried by the morning air. No words written, no altar stone, just a heart that stands alone. Open sky prayer, I send it high, where the wind can testify. And in the vastness I can see something greater carrying me. Sunset paints the desert gold on stories never told, and in that light I understand I'm part of something vast and grand. Not lost, not small, not far away, but present in the day, connected through the wind and time to something beyond design. Maybe faith is just the space between the silence and the grace, where every breath becomes a sign that I am still alive. Of clarity, the night returns, the stars appear, and everything feels clear. The road goes on, the sky stays wide, and I walk with peace inside. Open sky prayer. scar across the sand. No headlights in the fading light, just me in silence in the night. The radio is gone to noise, no voices, no familiar choice, only ties and steady pace, and shadows I can't erase. The world feels distant, far away, like it forgot to stay. And all I hear beneath the steel is something only I can feel. This empty highway runs through me, a line between what was and will be. No crowd, no noise, no guiding hand, just dust and time across the land. Empty highway, take me on, even when the hope is gone. I ride it like I always knew. There's something waiting to get through. The signs are bent, the paint is gone, but still I keep the motion on. The wind hits hard against my face, like it's trying to test my place. I've left behind more than I'll know, but something tells me not to slow, because even empty roads can lead to everything I'll ever need. The darker it becomes at night, the more I search for light, not from above but deep inside, where nothing else can hide. This empty highway runs through me, a line between what was and will be. No crowd, no noise, no guiding hand, just dust and time across the land. Empty highway, take me on, even when the hope is gone. I ride it like I always knew. There's something waiting to get through. Without a sound, like they were always hanging round. No judgment in their quiet glow, just proof the time will always flow. And in that endless open space, I find a kind of resting place. Not in arrival, not in end, but in the road that won't bend. Maybe emptiness is not a loss of everything I've got, but space enough to finally see what's been inside of me. Somehow sets my spirit free. No destination I can name, but I'm not ever the same. Empty highway, carry on, even when the light is gone. I'll follow where it pulls me through to something raw and something true. The road fades out into the dark, but still it leaves a mark. signs have turned to red. The wind has nothing left to say, but still it pushes me that way. I walk through miles of broken ground where hope and silence both are found. And now I stand where endings start, with dust still clinging to my heart. There's nothing left to chase behind, no echo I can still rewind. Just one last stretch I can't ignore that leads me to something more. This is my last smile, I know, where everything begins to slow. The final stretch beneath my feet, where endings and beginnings meet. Last smile, don't let me break, even if the ground will shake. I walk it with what I became, through fire, loss, and endless flame. The sky is low, the light is thin, like every road I've ever been. It all converges into one, where nothing feels like it is done. The river fades into the earth, like it was waiting since my birth, to show me every step I take is built from every choice I make. No map survives this final ground, no certainty can still be found. Just footsteps fading in the sand, and something I don't understand. This is my last smile, I know, where everything begins to slow. The final stretch beneath my feet, where endings and beginnings meet. Last smile, don't let me break, even if the ground will shake. I walk it with what I became, through fire, loss, and endless flame. Sunset burns the edge of night, like something not yet out of sight. And in that fading, burning glow, I see the things I didn't know. That every end I tried to fight was just another kind of light. Maybe nothing really ends, it only bends and starts again. And every last remaining trace becomes a starting place. To know, and even when the road is gone, I find a way to carry on. Left a smile, hold me tight through the fading edge of night, because even endings understand they're just beginning in disguise. The dust falls slow, the wind goes still, and I climb the final hill. Through empty night, where nothing ever feels quite right. The road reflects a fading glow from places I no longer know. I carry names I can't recall, like echoes bouncing off a wall. They ride with me but say no word, just silent things I've never heard. The past don't sleep, it rides instead inside the miles inside my head. No matter how far I may flee, it stays right here with me. Ghosts on wheels keep rolling through every mile I thought I knew. They don't leave, they don't let go, they move with every road I go. Ghosts on wheels don't fade away, you're the price I still must pay. But I keep driving through the pain, through fire, dust, and broken rain. Shadows sitting in the air, I swear I hear them call my name, but nothing ever sounds the same. The highway stretches like a wound underneath a hollow moon, and every turn I take tonight feels like I'm losing my own fight. No border stops what lives within, no ending ever feels like in. The past is stitched into the steel of everything I feel. Ghosts on wheels keep rolling through every mile I thought I knew. They don't leave, they don't let go, they move with every road I go. Ghosts on wheels don't fade away, you're the price I still must pay. But I keep driving through the pain, through fire, dust, and broken rain. But feels the same, just another shade of pain. And still I drive without a rest, with everything I can't forget. Maybe ghosts are just the cost of everything I thought I lost. And every mile I drive ahead is built from what they said. Broken memory, but I don't stop, I don't turn back, I let them fade into the track. Ghosts on wheels, I understand, you're the dust within my hand. And even if you stay inside, I still drive into the night. The road keeps humming soft and low, and I let them go. The sky hangs low and thick with time, like something heavy on the mind. No lightning flashes in the air, but I can feel it everywhere. The ground is still, the wind is gone, yet something restless lingers on. A pressure building in the night, with without a single spark of light. It doesn't speak, it doesn't show, but still I feel it grow. A soundless force beneath my skin that says the storm begins within. This is silent thunder in my chest, a storm that never takes a risk. No crashing rain, no breaking sky, just something I can't deny. Silent thunder, call my name through the calm that hides the pain. It shakes me, but I stand my ground in the quiet. I hear the sound. The fields are frozen in their place, like time forgot to leave a trace. The river moves but doesn't speak, like it is strong but still so meek. I walk alone beneath the sky, where even echoes seem to die. But deep inside the tension grows in ways nobody else knows. No warning comes before it breaks, no sign of all the weight it takes. It builds beneath a calm facade, like something deeply hardwired. This is silent thunder in my chest, a storm that never takes a rest. No crashing rain, no breaking sky, just something I can't deny. Silent thunder, call my name through the calm that hides the pain. It shakes me, but I stand my ground in the quiet. I hear the sound. The horizon glows with fading red, like thoughts I never fully said. The night is calm, but I am not. Inside me something won't be caught. It rolls and turns without release, a storm that never finds its peace. Maybe storms don't need the rain to carry all their weight and strain. Maybe silence is the storm that shapes us into something more. No need for skies to fall apart when the storm lives in the heart. Silent thunder, stay with me through uncertainty, and in the quiet I become the storm I came from. The night stays still, but I don't. Scars from every fight that left its mark. The air still smells of what was lost, of every bridge that time has crossed. I walk through shadows of my past, where nothing ever seems to last. But even ashes tell a tale of fires that refuse to fail. burns away can still remain inside the memory of pain. And what is gone is never gone, it only helps me carry on. This is my ashes road I tread, where broken dreams are never dead. They turn to dust beneath my feet, but still they guide my every beat. Ashes road, don't let me fall, you've been the end of it all, and still you lead me through the night towards something like a fading light. Scatters what's left behind, but still I keep it all in mind. Each fragment tells me who I was and why I moved and where I'm lost. I don't escape what came before, I carry it and nothing more, because the past, though burned and gone, still teaches me to move along. The fire takes, the fire gives, and somehow in its loss it lives. A cycle turning in the dark that leaves its ever-present mark. This is my ashes road I tread, where broken dreams are never dead. They turn to dust beneath my feet, but still they guide my every beat. Ashes road, don't let me fall, you've been the end of it all, and still you lead me through the night towards something like a fading light. The horizon burns a quiet red, like memories I never said. But even in that distant road, there's something I still come to know, that nothing truly disappears. It just reshapes through all the years. Maybe loss is just a guide that walks with us from deep inside, and every ending that we face becomes a starting place. A sign that something new is still in line. Ashes road I carry on, even when the fire is gone, because what remains within the smoke is every word I never spoke. The wind moves slow across the land, and I still stand. Spins but never stays. It points through all my shifting days. No north that feels the same for long, just echoes of a faded song. I used to trust what maps would say, but roads can twist in strange ways. Now every step I take alone feels like I'm finding my own home. No line can hold what I have become, no direction tells me where I'm from. Just instincts pulling through the dark, like sparks that never lose their spark. This is my broken compass ride, no perfect path, no place to hide. It spins but still I move ahead, through every word that's left unsaid. Broken compass, lead me on, even when the sense is gone. I trust the feeling in my chest that somehow I will find the best. The desert swallows every trace of where I thought I'd found my place. The river bends without a rule, refusing anything but truth. I watch the hawk above the plain, it never questions wind or rain. It simply trusts the open sky, and that's the way I learned to fly. The world won't ever draw a line that keeps my restless heart in time, so I just follow what I feel and let the broken compass heal. This is my broken compass ride, no perfect path, no place to hide. It spins but still I move ahead, through every word that's left unsaid. Broken compass, lead me on, even when the sense is gone. I trust the feeling in my chest that somehow I will find the best. Returns with open arms, no map to guide through fading stars. But somehow in the quiet air I find a direction there. Not north or south or east or west, but something that feels like my best. A path that only I can know, where only honest choices go. Maybe lost is just a word for paths that haven't yet occurred. And every turn I thought was wrong was just another place I belong. In my hands, broken compass, lead me true through everything I've been through. And even when I lose my way, I find myself again today. The needle slows, the night runs deep, and I'm still on my feet. Dust is settled on the ground where all my battles came around. No cheering voices in the air, just silence lingering everywhere. I thought that winning meant relief, but all I feel is something brief, like chasing something made of smoke. a promise that I nearly broke. I got what I thought I wanted then, but something still feels warm within. Because the finish line I crossed doesn't tell me what it cost. This is a hollow victory, no song of joy, no memory, just echoes of what used to burn and lessons I still need to learn. Hollow victory, standing still with everything I used to feel, now fading like the setting sun. I won the fight, but lost what's done. The flags are gone, the crowd is too, and I am left with only truth, that winning doesn't always mean the ending looks like what you dream. I walked through fire, I stood through pain, I carried loss like summer rain. But in the quiet, after all, I hear a different kind of call. No celebration fills the night, no meaning found in flashing lights, just empty space where pride once stood, and wondering if I ever should. This is a hollow victory, no song of joy, no memory, just echoes of what used to burn and lessons I still need to learn. Hollow victory, standing still with everything I used to feel, now fading like the setting sun. I won the fight, but lost what's done. The road ahead is still unknown, but now I walk it on my own, not chasing what I thought was right, but something deeper in the night. Maybe winning isn't gain if it still carries all the pain. And maybe losing something true is how we find what's real in you. Hollow victory, but it's still part of me, and though it doesn't feel like peace, it's where my illusions cease. Hollow victory, let it fade into the choices that I made, and maybe loss is how we learn what we were never meant to earn. The night is quiet on the plain, and I start again. Plains, golden light through last night's rain. I packed my doubts and left them there like footprints fading in the air. The road ahead was all unknown, but something in me felt at home. Every mile carried a sound of freedom waiting to be found. The world is wide beyond the fence, beyond the fear and common sense, and every turn along the way feels like another chance today. I was born to roam, under endless skies far from home, with the wild wind at my back and no desire to turn back. Born to roam, following roads I've never known. Every horizon calls my name, and I keep chasing it the same. The river rolled beside the road, like it knew where I should go. The hawks were circling high above, riding currents I could only dream of. No clock to tell me who to be, no walls deciding things for me. Just open land and open air, and the feeling that I'm finally there. The farther that I seem to go, the more myself I come to know. There's something honest in the breeze that puts a restless mind at ease. I was born to roam, under endless skies far from home, with the wild wind at my back and no desire to turn back. Born to roam, following roads I've never known. Every horizon calls my name, and I keep chasing it the same. The sun went down in shades of gold, pain and stories left untold. The stars appeared one by one, like reminders of what I've become. Not a man running from his past, not a soul afraid to ask what's waiting on the road ahead, beyond the things I've always said. Freedom lives in simple things, the songs the midnight highway sings, the choice to follow your own way. Trail may bend, the journey is the reward in the end. The miles may pass, the years may fly, but I'll keep chasing open skies. Born to roam, where the wild winds freely blow. Every road becomes a song, and I'll keep singing all along. Light falls across the trail, a silver path beyond the rails. Tomorrow waits beyond the dawn, and I'll be moving right along, with freedom in my heart and soul. I was born to roam. I was born to roam.